Hey everyone, Natalie back. Today I had came across a way to do a paper candy cane, sticking with our Christmas themed crafts today. And that is thanks to Happy Hooligans Art Craft Play website. Just kind of goes through a walkthrough of how to make these. I will show you. It's pretty simple. Pretty much you want square pieces of paper. My biggest is 8.5 by 8.5, and my smallest that I have is about 2.5 by 2.5. Pretty much I didn't want to waste paper coming off of my big piece, so I just continued to cut. So pretty much what you're going to do, we're going to start with the smaller ones just to see how this turns out. I have not done a small one yet, but pretty much what they say is you're going to take your square piece of paper and you're going to take an array of markers. Pick your 3 favorite colors that you want, maybe 4. But basically they say to make 3 to 4 lines. And so to this one, I'm going to do kind of a, I don't know, I'm going to do orange, yellow, a highlighter greenish, and a, I'll do it with pink. Bright pink. So on this one we'll try these colors, see how they turn out. So basically what they say is you're going to make a line that goes up and down, as well as make a line that goes across the bottom. You're going to do this with all the colors that you have. You make them as thick as you want, as thin as you want. You know, they'll get different effects once you get to rolling them up. With this one being so small, I honestly think that I'm going to just do 3 colors on this one instead. So we're going to see if I can make a thin line. And it doesn't have to be straight when you're making them. So from here, you're going to, that's basically what they say to do. From here, you're going to flip it over. And if you have a pencil, or in this case, I got a coffee stir stick, you're just going to take this and start rolling it around, just kind of start getting that rolled up paper. And you're going to go basically from the white corner to your colored corner. And as you see, as you start scrolling in, all your colors end up going to make a little swirly. So if you have tape, you can, you know, tape the end down. In my case, I have hot glue, so I'm just going to do a little dab of glue and fold it over, and then I'm going to take this out. And you can, you know, if you want to stick with a peppermint stick, you can always do that. Or, which I think with these smaller ones I'm going to do, but I'm going to attempt to at least curl it over to make your typical candy cane look. So all you do is from one end, Just gonna roll it down as far as you want, and then when you take it out, you can pull it out a little bit, and you got your miniature candy cane. Really quick, easy. You know, kids can be able to make these. I've tried a couple different versions. I really like the version that they came up with. So I think I'm going to, with this next one, I'm going to try this one. I think this one I'm going to do some pastel-y colors. So I'm just going to pick 4 colors at random. So I've got these beautiful colors, and this is just big markers, permanent markers. You know, you can use Crayola markers, you can use crayons, you can do color pencils, paint markers, whatever you want to make the colors that you want. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a line, go all the way to the edges, and this one I think I want to make it a little wider, so I'm going to draw from the side. Like that. And let's do a small blue line like that. And let's do another kind of big line. Oh, my marker's dying. That's never good. But I love these markers. You can use them for just about any type of projects. You just, a lot of times you gotta make sure that if you don't have thick paper with any, you know, permanent marker, just make sure that you have a surface that you don't mind getting marked up, because I have found that they bleed. So do the same thing, flip, go from the white corner to your design corner, roll her up. Come on. If it wants to roll up, come on. There we go. We're in business now. We're in business. So just continue rolling up. Roll up the stick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I sometimes find that I kind of go off on a weird angle, so I just kind of start over. Sometimes I just let it go, but I try to keep it as, and I find that if I'm using something like this to help pencil whatever, as I'm rolling, I try to push back a little bit on the stick just to kind of help keep it tight and keep it going in the direction that I want. So here comes the colors. They're so gorgeous. And I've also found, if you can see, that if you go too far in with your colors, you end up losing some of them. So those blues that I had put in there, you might get a sliver of it here and there. So that's something else that I've noticed while doing this. The closer the colors are to one another when you're making your lines, the more colors that are going to come out once you start rolling them up. So put a little glue, tape, whatever you have on there, hold it in place, pull out the support, whatever you're using, pencil, marker, stir stick in my case, and then again from one end Just gonna roll her down as far as you want, and then pull it out. I think I want this one a little longer, so I'll go a little shorter of a stick. So I'm gonna go down a little bit more and make this hook a little bigger. So as you get closer down, because of this being a tube, I've noticed that's a little harder. So the smaller ones are easier to deal with than a big piece of paper. So we're going to test that here in a minute. But just roll it down, fan it out, kind of, as you can see, you can be able to kind of pull it a little bit. And there goes another little candy cane. Okay, last one that we're going to try is the big one. Like I said, 8.5 by 8.5. I just took it from a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And let's change up our colors. Let's go with some purples and some pinks. And let's see, let's play with some warm tones too. Let's do this little peach color, and let's see what else do I want. A peach color, and let's go with maroon. So we got this one. I'll try these 4 colors. So we're going to try to get these colors as close to each other as possible. I think I'm going to make a pattern between dark and light. So I'm going to start as close to the edge as I can. See if we can get all 4 colors showing up when we start to roll this candy cane up. Color number 2. Uh-oh, I don't want it to be too far away. I'm trying to keep it as close to each other as possible. Okay, we're going to go back to the dark color. I think I'm going to try to make as thin of a line as I possibly can. If they start merging, that's alright. You know, it doesn't have to be straight lines, as it says on the website. Just add some more character to your candy cane. I'm going to make another thin line with the last color. Trying to stay as close to the other line as possible. And there we go. So, same procedure as before. This time I'm going to use a pencil since it's a bigger piece of paper. So, I'm going to go. Looks like we got all the colors this time. So definitely works best if the colors, when you're making your lines, are close to each other instead of spaced out too far. Especially if you're doing the 4 colors. So now I use my other stick and try to push my pencil out. Uh-oh. It's getting stuck. Ugh. It's all the way at the bottom. Let's see if we can pull it out. That's the only thing about using pencils, things like that. You end up having some technical difficulties trying to get it out. Might need some pliers. Oh, I don't think this is going to be far enough. Let's double up these guys. Maybe that'll give me a little more. Yeah, don't do what I did and roll it too tight, because then you have this difficulty of trying to get this guy back out. So, there we go. Finally got it. Okay. So, this is our beautiful candy stick. A peppermint stick. And we're going to do the same thing. Roll her down. Like I said, with these, once they start getting bigger and you got to roll up a lot more, it kind of gets difficult. So just kind of keep that in mind. So, but this is our lovely Curly Q candy cane. I think I might make them. You can always adjust the curl how you like, because once you get it curled, it's adjustable. So that, my friends, is how you go about doing little candy canes out of paper, different sizes, you know, something fun for the kids to do. You can, you know, hang them up on your Christmas trees, hang them up on your doors, whatever you may like. If you have any ideas that you like me to try to do with crafts, just let me know. Please remember to subscribe, and thank you again.